I know it's hard. But if nobody stands up for you, you have to stand up for you. And I promise you, everybody else will fall in place. I promise you. And we're not victims, okay? Because we are still here, all right? We are survivors. We are survivors. And we are surviving. And we are going to live again. We're going to have our lives back. But first you got to stand up, mama. And I'm right here. I promise you. If any of y'all who's watching this need me, I will be right there, no matter where you at.
Okay, so now we have breaking news. You know, I put up a video a couple hours ago with the alleged assault victim of Andrew Holmes. And now we have an exclusive from NBC Chicago 5. We have a face and a name to the alleged victim. And her name is Fenia Dukes. And she gave an exclusive interview to NBC Chicago 5, talking about the ordeal and how everything happened, how she originally had trust in Andrew Holmes. They called him Uncle such and such. And she said she had already been in rooms with him before because, you know, she worked for the mayor and how the mayor was taking her up under the wing and she trusted this man. It was a very touching video, especially in a community where we have a lot of things. I'll speak to that further into the video. Let's just, without any shenanigans, let's get into the interview. Let's listen to the first half of this interview of Fenia Dukes, who was a former employee of Tiffany Henyard's and was ultimately fired when she started to speak out and report this. Mayor Tiffany Henyard didn't want this to get out because she felt like everything that she worked for would be destroyed. So without any further ado, this is Fenia Dukes, and this is her telling her story about what happened that fateful night in Las Vegas. Check this out.
I am a mother of one. I was raised in Dalton. I graduated from Thornton Ridge. I worked at Dalton Park, worked at Dalton Library. So I would say I'm a definite true citizen of Dalton, and I'm a survivor. So she took me under her wing. It was like mentoring. It was like learning different opportunities. Like I said, she was trying to coach me to let me know that this is the game. Like that's her favorite thing. This is the game. I'm teaching you the game, and I want you to be able to have opportunities that I had because I am the first Black woman mayor of Dalton, and you can be the one taking my seat. Like that was just one of those things that she always wanted. She always wanted to elevate herself, and then elevate people under her, which was what she said that she wanted to do. And upon meeting him and then being around him, I deemed him the Uncle Drew. Like I gave him that name, and it went all the way down to the mayor calling him Uncle Drew just regularly. That was just his name because he made everyone feel comfortable. I've even been in places by myself with him, in cars, wherever, by myself, plenty of times before ever anything, and he's never gave me an inkling of he'll harm me, he will make a pass at me. He's never done any of that. So yes, I deemed his Uncle Drew because now I feel like if I step out of here and how I know you that you fight for these other people, these other victims and all of that, you have my back. I'm pretty sure I'm safe if I'm with you. And that was the relationship that he allowed me to take from him. The other assistant, just, you know, being in our modes of being an assistant, we're saying stuff out loud, especially if the mayor's there, 'cause she's always doing something, so she wants to hear what we have while she's doing something or whatever. So now that assistant, she'll always say, okay, well, we got this upcoming trip. And then she said the dates, and she said May 21st. And I was like, that's my 31st birthday. I've never been there. I didn't necessarily know if I was going or not, but I definitely said, I want to make that trip. So Tiffany was, telling me, like, this is not, no trip like that. Like this, we're going down there for business. And I said, well, I definitely understand, but I still never been in the vicinity of Vegas. So even if I could just be there and it's my birthday, I would still feel good. But, I was like, you know how hard I work anyway, so I'm not even worried about that. And that was the conversation. This is our last night in Vegas. When we clock out, isn't anybody hitting the strip with me? It's my birthday. And everybody said no, or they had something else to do, but Andrew. Miles did say that if he's done doing whatever he was doing, he'll catch up with us. Okay, so fine, but I at least knew I got a man with me, I'm going to make it home. I ain't even got to worry about try to go on the strip by myself. I legitimately thought that, I was going to make it home. Until my last memory was me waking up in his room. Why not now? Right? And you'll hear so many stories of, oh, well, she waited 20 years and she waited 30 years. I knew if it was ever happened to me, absolutely not. That I knew justice needed to come immediately. And that's why. So it might seem like it's a now for you, but this has been a long journey for me already. And I've already put my suffering aside. I put my depression aside. I've worked on all that. I did my praying on if I should be sitting in front of you today saying my story. And I'm ready. That's why now. And I'm not just fighting for me no more. I realize that I'm fighting for every woman that's been in my position. I'm fighting for a sister that doesn't have a voice. I'm fighting for a sister that's scared. I'm fighting for a sister who doesn't have a sister. I'm fighting, not just for me.
So as you can see, they all called him Uncle Drew. He gained the trust of everybody. I'm not going to say that he's guilty or innocent. I don't know yet. No charges has been filed. They're still doing an investigation. But we know from people that's been convicted of this kind of stuff, we know that they work to get your trust. They become very trustful to the point where you put your guard down. So she's saying that it was her birthday. They went out to the Vegas Strip. I guess she had some drinks. And one thing led to another, and she ended up in his room. And that's when you had the phone call of her calling that police officer that ultimately, helped her blow the whistle on this. But let's listen to the second half of this, because this thing is real sad. And this woman is in a lot of pain. And me, as a father of two daughters, 30 and 27, man, I feel this, and it makes me angry. But let's listen to some more.
I would like to say thank you, Officer Miles, for being my hero. You're the only person that stood up for me, opened your mouth, had the dignity to put everything that you had aside, your whole life, your whole personal life, for somebody that you didn't even know. You honored the badge that you vowed for, and I appreciate you for that. And I pray to God that you get infinite blessings, because you deserve that. And I thank you so much for even being a human being, not even just a police officer. You felt what was right. You felt what was wrong, and you stood on that. And you made it to the end to help me. And not only me, now you're helping so many other people. So thank you so much, so much. A lot of people have been telling me they're so proud of me. And at first I never understood what they could be proud of, because I just felt like I was just doing what's right because it happened to me. But then coming out and the news putting out my report, and hearing that it might be possibly other victims, that broke me even more. But it was like, that's why they proud of you. Because you let them women feel like I can say something and somebody's going to stand with me. because I was done wrong. And I want to say to them, I know it's hard. I promise you. I know it's hard. But if nobody stands up for you, you have to stand up for you. And I promise you, everybody else will fall in place. I promise you. And we're not victims, okay? Because we are still here, all right? We are survivors. We are survivors. And we are surviving. And we are going to live again. We're going to have our lives back. But first you got to stand up, mama. And I'm right here. I promise you. If any of y'all who's watching this need me, I will be right there, no matter where you at. And this is what I'm starting the foundation of. We're stronger together. Because we are. And we are a community of women, and you know what? And I don't want to even say women because it don't just happen to women. And you men, oh, y'all are more people to hold it in. You don't have to. We're stronger together. And as soon as everything gets solidified, I'm hoping that if you are a victim, please find your way to contact me or any of my people, and we're going to help you. Because you need a voice, and if you don't have your own voice, I will be.
Man, after seeing this is going to be crazy. Andrew Holmes is in serious trouble, especially in today's time. Today's time, man, seeing this woman cry and the look on this woman's face and the pain. So many other women out there that don't got nothing to do with this, but they have similar stories, are going to back this woman. And whether Andrew Holmes is guilty or not, he's guilty by public perception. He's guilty, period. This thing is going to get real ugly, and is getting real ugly real quick. Shout out to Officer Miles for not being quiet and speaking up for what was right. This woman called him and said that she was allegedly assaulted. And as a man, he did the right thing. He protected this woman when she was at her most vulnerable state, when she needed protection. And he stepped up and said, wait a minute. Y'all not going to let this go quiet. Y'all not going to hide this. This woman said this happened to her. We're going to do some digging, and we're going to find out. We're not going to sweep this up under the rug. And so shout out to that black man. Shout out to that brother for honoring the badge, as she said, and doing what he was supposed to do. Now we're hearing that allegedly there may be other victims. Man, this Tiffany Henyard's administration, it just has more rainy days and clouds over it. Over every day, there's a scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. But this one here, from Fenia Dukes, you know what I mean? You know, we finally got a name and a face to what's been this alleged crime that's being brought against Andrew Holmes. And listen, I just pray that she gets the help that she needs, man. And you know, she has a strong support system around her to help her deal with this situation. You know, there's a lot of women that go through this kind of stuff, and you know, my heart, like I said, my heart goes out to Miss Dukes. I'm gonna cut this video short here. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. If you made it this far, hit that like button. Please everybody hit the like button if you made it this far. Allow my videos to get out into the algorithm. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.